Here, your Lucid Living Coach. Good morning. How is everyone? It is the morning before Thanksgiving. So I hope you guys all have plans. I am having a Friendsgiving to pregame and for all those that don't have family. So I'm pretty excited about that. We're going to play games and whatnot.
Time slips by every time that you forget.
To talk about the full moon in Gemini is why I am here. The full moon in Gemini lands on Thanksgiving. This is a time when we get together with people we love and we stuff our faces, okay? But on this one, we should probably stuff our mouths because we're gonna have foot and mouth syndrome with this kind of energy. So the full moon in Gemini is at the crucial degrees of 0, hanging out with Juno, which is opposing the sun at 0 degrees of Sagittarius, conjunct Jupiter. So, well, that was a mouthful in itself, right? Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is in Sagittarius. Now, Mercury is pretty much uncomfortable in Sagittarius because its home is the opposite in Gemini, right? And not only that, but Mercury is retrograding. And this is saying to me to be very mindful with our words that are coming out of our mouth right now. We could be very insensitive to the sensitivities of others. We do not know everything that is going on with those around us. So we must be very gentle with our words and think twice before speaking. Sagittarius energy is very honest and truthful to a default at times. And this Mercury retrograde has a foot in mouth syndrome, and we should be very aware with that, especially with this full moon landing on Thanksgiving, where we're going to be hanging out with our family and friends and the people that we care about. If anyone knows a Sagittarius, we all know that they're very excitable, right? They travel a lot, they know a lot. They could seem to be a know-it-all, and they could, blurt out things without thinking twice. It's not that they mean to hurt anyone's feelings, that's just their energy, okay? So the North Node being in Cancer is highlighting and focusing on family, home, and the feminine energy within ourselves, and how we can embrace that, as well as healing from our maternal influences like our mother or our grandmother or any kind of feminine role models that were in our life. This will seem like a perfect time to confront these energies and people. However, with Mercury going retrograde now is not the time. But we can be thinking about and remembering the things that we would like to talk about and heal with. Okay, so maybe we could journal. Is a good time to journal and talk about the things that are on our mind and the things that we still need to heal from and the people that we may need to talk to do so. Okay, so the Mars being in Pisces. Mars in Pisces wants to escape with anything, but it's known for spirits, drinking too much, doing mind-altering substances, checking out into other dimensions and or imaginary places. Mars in Pisces could also be the opposite, where it is super spiritual, okay? And in deep meditation, and it's feeling like so connected with God that it feels that it is God sometimes. This could be very dogmatic and preachy, the way that Mars is squaring Jupiter and the Sun in Sagittarius. This is also an energy of questioning our beliefs and what that is that we really believe is our own truth or the truth that we have. There could have been maybe something that has come up that has challenged our belief. Gemini is a mutable air sign where our internal mind and feminine energy can be all over the place. Could be receiving many downloads from people and other energies around us. So make sure that you are protected and you're grounding your energy with all the air and fire that we have going on. We could find ourselves planning for the future so much that we can't hold to those commitments. We are on a roller coaster, and some of us are on a roller coaster that is exciting and hopeful. And others of us are on a horrible, scary roller coaster that we are praying to get off soon. Whichever side you're on, the outcome will be revealed soon enough. This is asking us, what is it or who is it that we need to let go of in our partnerships, relationships with our community, the people that we hang out with, our neighbors, our marriage and romance, our business partners. What is it that we need to let go of in order to find a happy place? Some of these people and things that we need to let go of will provide us with our good fortune. This is also looking at what we have chose for our relationships or our partnerships, as well as our friendships, which communities we choose to live in, that are actually a reflection of the relationship that we directly have with our family, and specifically our mothers or the feminine energy that has been predominant in our life, whether that be a grandmother, aunt, or other person that has watched and cared over us. Regulus is the heart of a lion, and it is the one that is connected to our higher self, and therefore is acting upon that of the heart of the higher self. Okay, so the reason why I'm bringing up Regulus is because it's being squared by the sun and Jupiter and the moon and Juno. So during this full moon, it is one of the main players in it because it's squared by both the sun and the moon and the nearing planets that are conjunct it. So our heart is being challenged, could be a blocked or restricted, of our outer awareness of life force energy. We want to be excited and we want to be passionate and interesting and focused on the heart and creativity. We want to experience what is possible. We want to be expansive to worldviews. We want to be one with optimism and the wisdom that we can share. We want to experience the freedom of adventure and opportunity. However, during this full moon, on the other hand, we are battling between two different energies. One, our heart is being challenged or restricted by our ego. And we are wanting to be excited, passionate, and interested in focusing on our heart's desire. And it wants to be positive, and it wants to speak our truth that resides in our heart. We want to express our passions and the things that we have been going through, our depths, our rebirth. But on the other hand, our feminine energy is battling our broken heart. And it is being challenged by our inner awareness, our psychological receptivity, and our emotions. We are very concerned of our security, and we have insecurity of being too vulnerable and receptive, that we want to care and we want to be supportive, but we are reluctant to do so because we have been betrayed in the past and we have been taken advantage of. And we have no desire to sacrifice our divine feminine for someone who does not reciprocate that in return. Both the masculine and the feminine energy is being questioned by our hearts. The heart center is being opposed by Mars in Pisces, which wants to speak its truth, its spirituality to the things that it knows deep within and not be reflective in the 3D reality. The tension is happening with Mars square the sun and Jupiter as well as the moon and Juno. This square is causing us to think twice upon moving forward. It is causing us to think twice about speaking our truth because there is a need for self-preservation. There is a restriction of the motivation to move forward. Some of these relationships, quests, and adventures are asking us for the confidence to move forward. However, this restriction is affecting how we're going to communicate our emotions. And it is also affecting how we are exposing life's purpose to expanding our mind, body, and spirit, and the willingness to step out of our comfort zone. However, we are feeling restricted by ego. Our hearts could be over-analyzing, being too nitpicky and perfectionistic on our growth and improving ourself and our value. Resources, finances, material values, possessions over what we know is true, and our soul's evolution and desire to feel fulfilled within our heart center. So we need to embrace our child's lion heart, realize the importance of our emotional needs, and take a chance regardless of our past outcomes. We need to do this as the divine feminine to love unconditionally and take a risk, or we will never know what living in our true authentic self feels like. The masculine and feminine wants to work together, and they want to make strides into the new energy. However, it needs the lion's heart to make the changes that will assist its wounds to heal and its feminine underbelly to show. We can have heaven on earth, and it's our actions in the 3D that will make it a reality, as well as releasing our grip on the way you thought the future would look like, as well as who your future would be with, and being able to explore the depths of our imagination with what is possible after all that you thought would be is gone. This full moon is initiating our new beginning. So say your final goodbyes to last year. It was a hard year for all of us. This is the endings and finally letting go of the old, cleaning house, knowing what we want now in our new world, stepping into the new and cutting the cords and habits and cycles and ways of thinking from the past. This is the new you, and the new adventure is taking its course. So let's move away from our rigorous, strict daily routines and move towards our connection with our community as well as our spirituality. Let not our intellectual mind cloud our true heart's desire, and don't let our ego or our emotions overtake what our true heart's desire wants and needs. Let not our ego and our psychosis come in the way of the reality and what we can create for our future. And let us explore the wounds that we need to heal our masculine and feminine energies so that we can be warriors of love and truth. The main players in this full moon are obviously Gemini and Sagittarius, Cancer, and Leo. Secondary players is Aries, Pisces, Virgo, and Libra. And lastly, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Capricorn. Okay, guys, I hope that helped. I just wanted to get a little something out before tomorrow comes because it's coming fast. We're expanding at multiple speeds. We're ascending really quickly. This year has been all about thinking about what we want to manifest for our life. We have not been doing a whole lot of acting or action, which is literally just around the corner. When Mars enters back home into the sign of Aries, we will have the fuel and the momentum to go forward. Yes, November has been a very intense month. We have had a lot of energy shifts and a lot of changes unexpectedly. December will be a little more relaxing. The only change that we will be focused on is our feminine energy, which is going back over what it has already treaded in Scorpio. Till January has a lot of more shifts. But know that there is something beautiful around the corner for us. And what we have been feeling has been true. So let Jupiter bless you. Keep your eyes on the prize. Ask yourself what you are learning, what the universe is teaching you. Also, be careful of psychosis. And our imaginations can run wild. We could be making up things in our heads and creating realities that don't necessarily mean anything or is going to help us. Maybe realize that it is maybe our unconscious mind, like acting out. And so we want to be able to put that under control. I would definitely do a lot of writing for this transit. Mercury retrograde, you know, I've already been experiencing phone problems and computer problems. So I hope you guys are keeping your heads up and have a great Thanksgiving. All right, guys. Peace out, your Lucid Living Coach.
Could it be that you are the king of you? When you stand alone.
So goodbye, Elsie.